How are you? Kumusta po kayo? Okay, so this video po is a bit special kasi usually I don't do this kind of thing. This is my first time to do this. Someone commented on one of my video and asking me to do a video reading a story, something like that. So by the way, I need to speak English on this kind of vlog because the person who asked me to do this video is, of course, non-Filipino. Okay, so pasensya na po mga lalabs. So, I know naman we always, get to understand each other to our second language, which is English. So, actually, he commented to us to request that if I could make a video reading a story because he said he likes my voice. Thank you so much. And the person who asked me to do this video is the name of Corbett Driver. Thank you so much for the kind words and the for appreciating my voice. Thank you so much. Okay, anyway, before I'm going to read a story, I just want to tell you a little bit of my side, which I am also a fan of reading. Okay, I used to read a lot when I was a bit younger. Okay, and I stopped reading because I used to read while bedtime, and then one night I had a very bad headache. It's like half of my head got numb. It's really numb that I couldn't move my head. There's like a ball or something stone here. It's really hard. I couldn't even touch it, and it's like my head is about to explode. It's really painful. And then the next morning, my eyes get, how do you call it? Like almost like my eyeball came out from my eye, like that. So then when we went to the doctor said it's a migraine attack. So that is one reason that from that moment I stopped reading. So all my books was sent to the Philippines. So I have no books here with me now. I still read, of course, because as a human being, you have to read. Whenever you go outside, you need to read, right? Signboard, instruction, description, and everything. Prescription, you need to read, but not like reading a whole bunch of books. I stopped doing that since that I get a very bad headache attack. That is due to my migraine. So to cut the story short, my dear, so because I don't have books with me here in Oman right now, so I picked my my daughter's book. This is her favorite book. Okay, my daughter also loves to read. So, and then going back to my story, when I got pregnant with my daughter, and then because someone told me that you need to read again and listen to music so that your baby inside will feel the your passion, and then she will get the passion from you. And then that's why my daughter, when she was born, she's also fan of books and of reading. And also when she was born, I used to read with her bedtime story until she get a little bit bigger. I remember I stopped reading bedtime story with her. Maybe she's around almost 8 years old, and now she's 10. So, but then she has a lot of books, and this is one of her favorite book. The title is My Naughty Little Sister. Here it is. I don't know if it's shown. So why did she pick, and this is her favorite book? Because she's my one and only child, and she wishes a lot to have a sibling, whether it's a boy or a girl. So it's her imagination that maybe one day she could have a little sister, same as the story goes. So this is one of her favorite book. Okay, the title is My Naughty Little Sister. And then she said, even if it's naughty, it's still okay because long that I will get a sister. So I'm gonna read it to you now, and of course I'm not gonna read the whole bunch pages of this because it's about like maybe 150 pages. So I'm just gonna read a bit of it, story about this, just to let um, you know how I read. And of course, my voice would still be the same. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna start reading now, and we're in the chapter 1. It's going fishing. So here it is, my dear. Okay. A long time ago, when I was a little girl, I had a sister who was littler than me. My little sister had brown eyes, red hair, and a pinkish nose. And she was very, very stubborn. When you told her to smile for her photograph, she said, "No, I don't want to." But if you gave her an ice cream or a chocolate biscuit or a truffle drop, she said, "Thank you," and smiled and smiled. So you must try to imagine her with a chocolate biscuit and an ice cream and a truffle drop, so that you can see her at her very, very best. So, going back, I told my daughter, you know what? This little sister that she's talking to, this is you. This is you when you were a baby. And she was laughing. Okay, let me continue. Imagine very hard. There, doesn't she look a bright, happy child? Well, now, I'm going to tell you some stories about her, which I think you'll like. The very first story is called Going Fishing, and here it is. One day, I was a little girl, and my sister was a very little girl. Some children came to our house and asked my mother if I could go fishing with them. They had a jam jars with string on them, and a fishing nets and sandwiches and lemonade. My mother said, yes, I could go with them. And she found me a jam jar and a fishing net and cut me some sandwiches. Then my naughty little sister said, I want to go. Just like that. So my mother said, I might as well take her too. Then my mother cut some sandwiches for my little sister. But she didn't give her a jam jar or a fishing net because she said she was too little to go near the water. My mother gave my little sister a basket to put stones in because my little sister liked to pick up stones, and she gave me a big bottle of lemonade to carry for both of us. My mother said, you mustn't let your little sister get herself wet. You must keep her away from the water. And she said, all right, mother, I promise. And I said, all right, mother, I promised. So then we went off to the little river, and we took our shoes off and our sacks off, and took off our clothes. We went into the water to catch fish with our fishing nets, and we filled our jam jars with water to put the fishes in when we caught them. And we said to my naughty little sister, you mustn't come, you'll get yourself wet. Well, we paddled and fished, but we didn't catch any fish at all. Not one little tiny one even. Then a boy said, look, there is your little sister in the water too. And do you know, my naughty little sister had walked right into the water with her shoes and socks on, and she was trying to fish with her little basket. I said, get out of the water, and she said, no. I said, get out at once, and she said, I don't want to. I said, you'll get all wet, and she said, I don't care. Wasn't she naughty? So I said, I must fish you out then. And my naughty little sister tried to run away the water. which is a silly thing to do because she fell down and got all wet. She got her frock wet, and her petticoat wet, and her knickers wet, and her vest wet, and her hair wet, and her hair ribbon all soaking wet. Of course, I told you her shoes and socks were wet before. And she cried and cried. So we fetched her out of the water, and we said, "Oh dear, she will catch a cold." And we took off her frock, and her wet petticoat, and her wet knickers, and her wet vest, and her wet hair ribbon, and her wet shoes and socks. And we all hung all the things to dry on the bushes in the sunshine. And we wrapped my naughty little sister up in the woolly cardigan. My little sister cried and cried. So we gave her the sandwiches, and she ate them all up. She ate up her sandwiches and my sandwiches and the other children's sandwiches all up, and she cried and cried. Then we gave her the lemonade, and she spilled it all over the grass, and she cried. Well, there, I think it's up to this page only, page 6. Okay, because I think it's getting too late and it's getting too long. And then I hope you like still, the way of my reading and my voice, as you said. So as I said, I will try my best to give you the best story that I can, because I don't have any books right now. There's a lot of books, but it's all like a children's book for my daughter. So this is the best one that I picked because this is one of her favorite. So thank you so much again for watching of my video, and I hope you like it. And I'm so sorry that I could just read you as a small part of this story, but if you want me to read the continuation of the story, just comment down below and I'll do it next time. And for those who are just new to my channel, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around. This is Momi Elyn in Oman saying it's nice talking to you guys, and thank you and bye-bye. Good night everyone.